The Chicago Bears made the decision to let Keenan Allen walk and double down on DJ Moore and Rome Odunze. They added to that Olamide Zaccheaus. And the question that we're going to talk about today is, where will the Chicago Bears wide receiver room rank in the NFC North next year? We're going to talk about it all and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. We got Bobby, C-Dub, myself, Haize, in the building today. Fellas, jumping right into it, man. The Chicago Bears wide receiver room, they've added a lot of speed. I know at the opener I talked about Olamide Zaccheaus, but we also added Duvernay to the wide receiver room as well. Now, while he's probably going to be primarily special teams, do not overlook the fact of how he can be used as a gadget player under a Ben Johnson offense. This wide receiver room did not necessarily do what we expected last year. You got flashes from everybody. You got different waves of consistent play from everybody. It was like a 3-week period where Rome was really good, a 3-week period where DJ Moore is really good. Keenan Allen was pretty consistent all over the season. But coming into this one now, with the way that we've revamp that wide receiver room on top of having Ben Johnson here now, what do you guys expect to see from the wide receiver room this year?
What I expect to see is a more balanced attack when it comes with the wide receivers. I felt like we didn't connect down the field enough with the receivers that we had on hand. So it looked like they kind of tended to that with a couple of speedy receivers, and also you can see if Tyler Scott want to participate in the season next season. So, and also I think that we also will be seeing about it in the draft. So I think they addressed it. They kind of addressed it a little bit. I still want to see the final product. These Bears receivers definitely have something to prove. I don't think anybody is a master of their craft, including DJ Moore. He can get better as well. I think it's a way to see thing with this wide receiver group.
Yeah, my expectations is just allow the number one wide receiver to be just that. I think the allowing Keenan Allen to pretty much leave the room, because in my opinion it was congested. So I think it allows some more fluidity now going into this season. I expect big things out of Rome Odunze just because of the physical makeup and the talent that he had. And we gotta, obviously it's gonna be a lot of things that's on Caleb that he has to improve in with accuracy down the field. But if we remember some of those moments, man, he was able to connect with Rome Odunze in a lot of clutch moments, even though we didn't win a lot of those games. But those are some of the things that I believe Ben Johnson is going to take note of and be able to utilize Rome Odunze's skill set in a lot of different ways, put him inside, outside, and also be able to utilize DJ Moore in that regard as well. And then you add those two speed receivers. I think that allows things to open up in the middle of the field. I think that's kind of like an aspect of the game that was kind of missing a little bit, because like when Justin Fields was there and you had guys screaming up the seam, a Cole Kmet doing that, or the other speed guys that was able to open up when we needed a play, you always can count on that in cut in the middle of the field of DJ Moore to help the Chicago Bears, get in good position to try to win the game. And we kind of lacked that a little bit, in my opinion, last season. So I expect that to return. And I expect all these guys to go out there and have some solid seasons for sure, because I think that one of the most important things that we're going to get is you're going to see some plays. We're like, how the hell is Rome Odunze that open? How did you forget about DJ Moore? Who the hell is, what's the last name? I call him Zaccheaus. There we go. I've been trying to get that right. But I think he going to be able to help the Chicago Bears team too, because when he was with Washington, he had himself a career year. It's probably not the most mind-blowing numbers, but he did some things when the ball was in his hand. And these guys are all going to go out there and block. If you don't block, you don't get the rock. That's what Ben Johnson said.
That's a great point. I think here's the thing. that and it's the harder thing to kind of quantify. Like, we know that Ben Johnson is going to be a lot more creative than what Shane Waldron was, or even Thomas Brown were last year. We didn't do slants. We didn't use speed. Like, so you expect those things alone that's going to change so much for the Chicago Bears and how they get open and how they use these wide receivers, because like the route trees were so basic last year that I didn't think you can get more basic than freaking Luke Getsy's route trees. But somehow, I don't know how Shane Waldron ever got this title of being like this creative offensive coordinator, because I ain't see none of that shit.
Yeah, he lost all that coming to the Windy City.
Hopefully Declan Doyle and Ben Johnson don't lose they shit again coming into this one. But I think it's going to be a lot more creative in how you use them. And I think there's going to open up a lot for those guys, because like clearly they made the decision. They wanted to add a lot of speed. And when you look at, outside of Rome and DJ Moore, basically everybody else in the wide receiver room is speed. Zacchaeus, speed. Tyler Scott, speed. Duvernay, speed, if he's in the passing game. So you would like to think that there's a reason for that. And it comes down to, like, we can't overlook Caleb Williams' growth in this. His better accuracy down the field, if that's a thing for him, a little bit sooner, if that's a thing for him. This passing game could take a huge step up. But let me ask you this, guys, this question right now: whose wide receiver room do you have ranked first in the division in the North?
The Vikings for
Vikings. I'm going with Vikings.
Number 2, Lions.
I'm going Chicago Bears.
I'll go
That's Chicago Bears number 2. All right.
Detroit. I'm gonna go Detroit.
You gonna go Detroit?
Detroit.
All right. Number 3, Bobby.
I got Detroit right there.
Okay.
I got the Bears number 3.
You got the Bears number 3. And then that
the Packers are last. Because they still don't understand the importance of a wide receiver number 1. You can have a nice talented young room, but you ain't got no guys that can flip the game, change the game. Christian Watson over there for Green Bay was supposed to be that, but them hamstrings and I think he's coming off of ACL now. So they need a lot of help over there.
Yeah,
the problem with Green Bay is that they want to treat Jordan Love like he's Tom Brady, where you just got to have some serviceable wide receivers out there. He's going to make him look great. And like I said, I hate to say it, but they got them another good quarterback. Jordan Love is a good quarterback.
I think
he hasn't shown himself to be great yet.
Yeah.
And so for that, you got to better support him. So, we'll see what the Green Bay Packers do there. But I definitely think the Bears have this chance to really step up in as far as the wide receiver room. I don't have them ranked second yet, because again, my personal thing, I'm not judging shit until I see it on the football field with this team.
I am surprised too.
I'm not allowing myself to get excited again, man.
I just tried to push myself to put them number 2. I tried for like a couple seconds there. But look here, the Bears wide receiver group is going to be as good as Rome is this upcoming season.
Really?
So a lot is going to depend on Rome. I think DJ, he's good. He's going to be who he is. He's going to be 1,000, 900 to 1,300 yards for the year, get 8 touchdowns. What is Rome going to be with extra meat on his plate? What is he going to be? Because now we're going to see what kind of player he's going to start to be in his career. So that's why I had to put him to 3, because it's what Rome going to be. Are we confident in Rome is going to step up to the plate and be a number 2 receiver? Are we confident in that?
I am.
Listen, I'm confident that, and no slight to DJ, Rome will be the wide receiver 1 by the end of this year.
Oh, by the end of this year,
by the end of this season, Rome will be considered the wide receiver 1. I don't care what the depth chart says. Rome Odunze will be the number 1 wideout by the end of this year.
Let's get what I said.
That's a fair analysis for sure. I think that Rome, he has a different type of skill set that allows him to do a little bit more things than a DJ Moore. And DJ Moore is still great, and we ain't taking nothing away from him. But the reason I put the Chicago Bears 2 over the Lions is because I consider St. Brown and DJ Moore the wash. Then you got Rome and Jameson Williams over there in Detroit. But then when you get to wide receiver 3, not too sold on Allen Robinson and a couple Tim Patricks of the world and all those guys. When you looking at, Zacchaeus and Devin Duvernay coming in now, I think those 2 are a little bit better than what they have in the Lions. Obviously, the Bears will have to prove it, but I'm gonna ride with the squad on that, at least for the wide receivers. We don't know if, St. Brown is gonna be able to get free like that after losing the best offensive coordinator the last few years.
And that's what I was talking about next. First of all, we got to talk about Squeegee talking about watching Love throw balls. Why are you watching him throw balls? Like, that's crazy, bro. That's wild. No pause, no nothing, no Diddy. Like, that's crazy. Watching that man throw balls around. But here's that's the part about all this. Like, we're gonna really see like what another offensive coordinator can do with this talent. How much did Ben Johnson's play calling elevate the talent here? Like, of course, the offensive coordinator is walking in with already a blueprint because these guys have played together, things like that. But like, I don't think you can assume they're gonna have necessarily the same punch until you see it. Now, they very well could, but we'll see, right?
I think that's fair.
Yeah. And we got some other factors. We do think that we getting a we drafting a wide receiver in this draft. I kind of predict that we getting a wide receiver, one of these draft picks.
I don't know.
I say it might come in the later rounds. Now,
I think
maybe push back. I think it may be less important.
Now that you've got veteran depth there, I don't know if it's as important right now, right? Like I'm like, it could be if a name's on the board that they like, I believe that they'll take it. I don't know if we can necessarily take that for granted at this point now.
So, I agree with that.
Tyler Scott. That's another thing. It's just a question mark there. Are we? Because ain't nobody. We're not like disavowing him right now.
No, we're not.
We just don't know.
Here's the way that I look at it. Tyler Scott is going to have to come into training camp and really sow some shit, right?
Yeah,
because unfortunately, they brought in somebody in Zacchaeus who does everything that Tyler Scott's supposed to do, but he's already proven that he can do it at the NFL level, right?
True.
So, and I know people are going to say, but he had the best chemistry for Caleb. All that best chemistry got him one fucking target last season. One. That's it. One target last year.
That's nuts, bro.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I hope that it's no slight on. I hope that Tyler Scott comes in and the Bears are like, oh no, that's the wide receiver 3 right there. Like,
there it is.
I hope that that's the case, but as of right now, we haven't seen anything on the field to actually say that. We can talk about the potential all day long. When you look at the field on Tyler Scott, Cito, what I say last time we talked about it, what the thing that stands out, he's not a great route runner. He isn't crafty in his route running and drop balls.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the big thing right there.
Drop passes. Wow. No Diddy.
I was waiting on him to catch himself.
So, but that's the thing that's really evident right now. And I hope we can turn the tide on that. But it seems like in prior years, I would have said something like, well, they're going to try to maybe work him in there to see if they can develop him. By the moves they've made, I don't think this is a team like they're going to try to develop, but you going to have to put in some fucking work, bro, to be able to get yourself in the rotation here, bro.
Hey,
they ain't giving no road. They not looking at you say, "Oh, you're going to get some development ranch just so you can develop." They trying to win this year, bro.
But if he's smart, Tyler Scott smart, and you are right, that scenario is right. He looking at it like this is my best chance ever to get in the lineup. In his first year, he wasn't getting ahead of those guys that was there. He wasn't getting ahead of DJ, Rome, or Keenan Allen. This is his best chance to get in the lineup and be at least a slot receiver. So he better be able to step up to this challenge, bro. I love the challenge for Tyler Scott, bro. I love it.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Absolutely. All right, fellas, let's get into the next one, man. Linebacker. And I've been thinking about this, right? And just looking at drafts and things like this. Now, we know that we let go of Jack Sanborn. Now, as we said when they did, as we said when they let go of Jack Sanborn, not to knock Jack and his talent, but I think the way they were using Jack Sanborn, it's easy to plug in a different linebacker, right? But then when you look at it, really kind of break things down, a lot of people kind of talk about Tremaine as if he's terrible. He hasn't been terrible. He hasn't been what we paid him to be either.
Sure.
Because Tremaine can be cut next year, and not this year, but next season, and you basically get all of that, not much of it turns into dead cap money. Should the Bears be looking at linebacker in this draft to prepare for the potential departure of Tremaine Edmonds next season?
I would say, go right ahead. It's simple because, like, to Haize your point, you're not a bad football player.
Yeah.
But when linebackers have a pass rush that's not imposing their will on, the offense, it changes the dynamic for the linebackers as well. And then, but we can't argue, TJ Edwards has thrived with the pass rush and without it. So the guy that's getting the most money, you're looking at him a little different, like, hey, You know what I'm saying? It's a little weird. You getting all this bread and you ain't living up to that bread. Because if we go back and we watch certain games, you watch Tremaine Edmonds coming off a blitz, you hesitate. Why are you hesitating? It's a blitz. You don't necessarily have to sack the quarterback on a blitz. You want to speed up the process for that quarterback to force him into mistakes. And that's one of the things I knocked them on this past season. And there are some linebackers I seen in this while, doing my analysis and looking at linebackers. I see some guys that, you know what I'm saying, they will have to come in and prove it that they can play at the NFL level and go through their development stage. Why not go out there and get some guys right now, and then you just let them learn? And we still got Noah Sewell on the team, but we ain't seen Noah Sewell. Can he play? I mean, I believe he got some talent, but to the earlier point, we have to see it, and we have not seen him at all.
Yeah, Tremaine Edmonds, I think he got a bad rap because people he's not like a pressure guy. Like he never been that guy to get downhill and get to the quarterback. He's more of a cover the field type of guy. That's not his talent. But he is excellent in field coverage instead. And I think they complement pretty. I'm not down as everybody else is on Tremaine Edmonds. When I look at the linebackers we got right now in the linebacker locker room, I just think we just devoid of talent, really. Right now we got Noah Sewell listed as a starting linebacker. That's I don't know if we good with
that's what streams to me so much. They must plan on either Dennis Allen came in and told Ryan Poles, hey, I looked at the tape. I can work with this motherfucker, or they got to be planning to do something at linebacker because Noah Sewell, bro, and it's been injury. He's played a lot on special teams. He didn't get a lot of snaps. We already talked about Jack Sanborn not playing probably as many snaps as we all wanted to see him play also. So that could play a part into it. But I just don't feel if they're confident with Noah Sewell being a starting linebacker coming into the season, so be it. But I haven't seen nothing. Tyler Scott and Noah Sewell are the offense and defensive versions of each other. Because I ain't seen a bunch of nothing actually on the fucking football field, bro.
Facts. Maybe it's people living up to the Sewell last name. I don't know. But I know it's some guys in this draft. One guy that I really, really like that I think the Bears could snatch up in the later rounds is linebacker out of Ole Miss, Chris Paul Jr. That man comes blasting through on defense.
And 3.5 sacks as a linebacker in college football?
It's crazy.
That's really good.
And it's not, it's not the end all be all, and that's not the only job. I'm gonna do a deeper dive to see how he is in coverage. But I know blowing up and making plays, if he's in that area, he gonna make some plays. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the Chicago Bears maneuver during this draft process. It's gonna be very, very interesting.
And they set themselves up for just this situation. You do a good enough job in free agency, and you set yourself up for this. You can go and kind of get the best talent available. You can go and solidify a certain position. You can put some extra talent in your linebacking core or whatever you want to do. So this man, Ryan Poles, just loved the offseason, bro. He just.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is and that's what you're supposed. As a GM, you're supposed to set your team up so that going into the season, it then shifts from you doing your job to the coaches doing their job, and you start preparing for evaluations, contracts, focusing. Go ahead and looking forward at the draft. Set up your scouting. That's what you're supposed to do. Unfortunately, Ryan Poles hasn't done enough in these off seasons to where he's still got to be looking. All right, we still need to add this. We still need to add that. Yeah. Hopefully he's done a good job enough, because I tell you what, a Ryan Poles that can start working on off-season scouting and preparation 6 weeks earlier than what he was able to do last season could be huge, man.
I think last offseason humbled him. I think he got a tool ahead of his skis last season, hence why they asked him about his offensive line depth, and he said, I think this is the best depth we had. Let's ask him that question this year. I think he will hear a different answer for sure. But I think that it humbled him because your team did not produce. It was time to produce and at least take a step forward, and your team dropped the ball. So that's why I believe that's why we see more aggressive moves. To hell with the start of free agency. I see this guy, come over here. I see this guy, come over here. We don't care. We gon', you know what I'm saying? Take some low risk, high reward moves, and we're gonna be aggressive in our approach. And then once free agency came down, and with the moment Grady Jarrett was released, yeah, You want to come be a Chicago Bear? All right, let's do this. He was aggressive. So I think last season kind of humbled him. And I think that you set yourself up to go into the draft pretty damn well. And I would say Ben Johnson probably had that honest conversation with him too. Like, what are we doing? We ain't, it's not no rebuild. We trying to go win games. You're supposed to make this hard. It's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be hard.
Now, if you can ask you a question, do you believe Ryan Poles being an ex-offensive lineman, did he really believe that offensive line that he put out last season was good?
He said it.
He was a bad offensive lineman. So
did he believe it?
He said it, not me. So
no, I'm asking. Did you
believe
believe that he believed it was good?
there's a reason why he's already a GM. And he's like barely 30 years old. He wasn't.
I mean, no, I didn't believe him when he said it, but he had belief in that. That's why I said
did he believe that shit? Did he believe that shit?
I believe he did, because you know what? He probably looked at those motherfuckers and said, well, they're better than I was. No shit, Poles.
Real.
Yeah. Man. But yeah, that's crazy. I'm excited, man. I'm really excited about this season. I'm excited about the draft because the Bears, as C-Dub said earlier, they have set themselves up to they could take best player available on the board at every one of their picks, and it could all make sense. But I have seen, I don't know if you guys saw it or not, seems like the Bears don't see that much difference between Genty and Amarion Hampton, which could even if that's truly what their evaluation is.
I mean, I don't think there's I still got.
It's not a huge drop off.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I will put Genty 1. I will. But Hampton is not that far off in my analysis.
I like Hampton, but he run reckless, boy. You like Rojo? This Rojo right here.
Yeah, but he's Rojo that's actually stayed healthy the majority of his career.
God bless.
Rojo's style isn't the problem. Like, he actually plays the style of football as a runner that I would love. The problem is his body can't hold up to the style he tries to run.
Yeah,
like it's for real, bro. It's like trying to be a heavyweight boxer and you 122. Like you don't meet the criteria.
No, the real.
And you won't be living. What the fuck is you doing at 122?
Hampton a monster though, man. That shifty as hell. He gonna run through some arm tackles, and he gonna try to hit his head on the goalpost.
He try to run through everything.
Here's the thing: if you draft Genty, I think eventually, even if it's not this season, because you want to make sure you got to move on from Swift. If you draft Hampton, I can see Hampton and Swift being more of a 1-2 punch in the backfield, and their styles complementing each other.
I would agree with that.
Ben didn't he ditch him already? Ben already ditched.
That wasn't really a Ben thing, bro. That was more of a thing. We got Gibbs, and you had fucking Montgomery. Like, they're both better. It's just you had an opportunity to get better players.
Yeah. Well, is Rojo and Genty better? Is Rojo and Hampton
nigga
better?
Can't stay healthy. So no, you can't bet on that, bro.
No, you can't. Yeah. You can't. I don't think they're gonna. I'm trying to find a way to keep Rojo on this team.
I love Rojo. Like, as a third, he's probably gonna be a career third running back until he can prove it. You know what's gonna happen? He's gonna be the third running back on this team for the next 2 years. And then that last year before his rookie contract's up, he's going to have an amazing year, and then we're not going to be able to afford to keep him.
Good, and I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be happy about that, though. I'm going to be happy. But I don't want to cut Rojo, bro.
I love Rojo, bro. I love Rojo, but at this point, bro, you got to be able to stay on the football field, bro. I don't even know if a guardian cap can help.
He was wearing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Can you wear a double guardian cap?
He was wearing them.
You gotta
put two on.
No, Drip. It's another guy in the defensive backfield in the same situation. Drip, is you keeping the same energy with him?
You forget, I'm the one who's been saying since my first mock, we need to draft a fucking safety. So yes, I'm keeping the same energy.
Oh no, I love Jaquan.
I love Jaquan too. But
no. Yeah, you're right though. You all right. We gotta be responsible.
And you got you got Kevin Byard too, and he's still a hell of a player, but
long in the tooth.
Exactly. You got to make good decisions. I told y'all it's gonna come a point to where we ain't gonna be talking about picking in 10. Hopefully, not picking in 10. And then as this team elevates, we hoping it's gonna be some faces that we like and love, and they gonna be gone because you can't keep everybody.
See, that's why I'm saying why we pick up Travis Homer. That could be Rojo right there. That could be
Well, I
Rojo's
mean,
spot.
just because we picked him up doesn't mean he's gonna
His
make it out of
ass is
training
about to be
camp.
a special teams
Yo,
king.
and
Fuck,
if
come
we
out.
do draft a running back, there's a potential he doesn't make it out.
Told
of there,
y'all, special teams king. Fuck.
Yeah. So
That's what he covered. That's a Richard Hightower signing. Hey, Ryan Post, can you bring one of my best?
Yeah,
special
and people
teams
saying
back,
Swift
please?
is, but Swift is not. Like, do y'all forget the offensive line? Our offense sucked. The dude had almost 1,300 yards from scrimmage on an offense that sucked 99% of the season. So no, like DeAndre Swift behind a better offensive line is going to be even better than that. But again, I'm not saying you can't upgrade for him, but he doesn't suck. He's a perfectly suitable starter on the NFL team. Now he needs to be a shared backfield starter, but that's fine. So
yeah, you got. I say you just bring in whoever you're gonna bring in as another running back to change the pace, and that I think that's what Ben Johnson likes. The two guys that you could depend on. Somebody, if you want to go out there, you want to wear a defense down, get you a heavy hitter. You want to go out there and you got to pick up the pace, and we got to go hurry up. Maybe you go with Marion Hampton, or if you like Genty better, but Swift is able to still provide you some things out of the backfield. You know what I'm saying? All pettiness aside, he still can catch the ball out of the backfield and still be productive in that way.
Yeah.
And see, this is the thing. He's saying that he's not. So let's just go over this. He was 18th in total rushing yards in the NFL. We're not even going to get into the passing. He was 10th in carries. He was 39th in yards per attempt. You want to talk about this? He was 21st in forced missed tackles.
Yeah.
That's not a bad running back. Now, there's a large gap between saying great and he's trash. He's perfectly in the middle as a serviceable starter.
Yeah. I'll even nod him a little bit above that. He got busy for the Bears last season, a lot of games, especially
and he was
early.
26th in 10+ yard runs last season.
Yeah.
These are not numbers you can ignore. Like, you know what it is with Bears? Bears fans like to eat. It's either you're great or you're trash. And it's like, no. And it's okay to have players that are right in the middle. This ain't Madden. And I'm not saying the Crimson. I know Crimson is better football IQ than that. It's ain't Madden. Like, not everybody's going to be rated a 99. Sometimes an 82 overall player can do pretty damn good if you got a 99 offensive line, right?
Hell yeah. Let's see the Dallas Cowboys with Emmett. I'm just
bro.
Emmett was good.
Emmett
was good.
Oh, that was about dogs. Come on, let's not shit on him.
Hey, was that a 99 or 100 offensive line? That was
and this is what the perception over the reality is. He was 21st in forced missed tackles. That's measurable. That's not me trying to go in there. He forced missed tackles. You don't have to break a tackle to force a missed tackle. That's part of elusive running back. He's one of the better ones in the game to do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he probably did this, what you commented too. He probably did that, but he also what Drip said. Both can be
He's
true.
a good running back. It's
He's
just
a good running back. He's not great. He's
sometimes
just a good running back.
Sometimes you want him to not try to bounce everything outside. You go pick up these little few extra yards. Don't try to do too much. That was my criticism of him. I feel like at times where he could just run through the tackles or run behind that A gap. You could pick up something, but that's not his style of play. So,
but that A gap was kind of questionable last year too. So I can understand avoiding the A gap because it was kind of questionable at times last year.
100%, 100%.
So, but yeah, I mean, I think that this team is in a place where you can better evaluate. I'm not saying that to say we can't possibly move on from Swift. I'm just saying that in this year, while we've improved the offensive line, I'm not mad at Swift getting another opportunity behind an improved offensive line to see what we got for him.
Yeah, it's the same thing that when we talk about Cole Kmet, you know what I'm saying? Yes, Tyler Warren is a hell of a football player, but I still think when we talk about football, Cole Kmet deserves to have a bounce back season with better coaching. This coaching staff is way better than what Cole Kmet has seen throughout his career with the Chicago Bears. Allow him some time.
After thinking about it, I think that'll be the worst thing. Do not get Tyler Warren in here. Please don't. I just don't want it. Don't bring him in here.
You were the first motherfucker to say go get Tyler Warren. What do you mean?
He changed his mind.
I changed my mind, bro, because he is gonna be too good, bro. And y'all gonna start y'all shit. I don't want to hear y'all shit, bro. He gonna be too good, bro. I don't want to hear them. I know the fans, bro. They're gonna be like, "Oh, Cole, let's trade him, bro. Let's get some."
Bro, listen. If we do draft Tyler Warren, Bears fans, don't let Tyler Warren have a good first 3 weeks of the season.
They gonna lose their
bro.
And he will. I'm telling you.
But I'm saying that it don't even matter what if Cole. They both can have good seasons. You know, Bears fans once they zero in on the motherfucker, they be like, we got to trade Cole. Why haven't we traded Cole yet? Ryan Poles is sleep on the job. Why haven't you traded Cole Kmet yet? Because we got two productive tight ends.
Yes, bro. We got this young man for 3 more years. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Bears fans are gonna fan, man. Any last thoughts, fellas, before we get up out of here, man?
Hey, man, it's getting closer. Even though it's months away, it is getting closer. I smell the Bears season coming fast. I smell it.
What does that smell like? What does that
smell like winds.
On the real, Haize is gonna be ordering hella wings, hopefully. Hella wings. And they gonna actually taste way better. I know they good because I know you always talk about it. They're gonna taste even better.
Hey, bro, I'm telling y'all right now, one of these days y'all gotta come here and fuck with me instead of us always being in Chicago. And when I take you to the local, I don't want to say it online because it's still one of those places a lot of people don't know about. Because, you know, once they start getting too many orders, that's when they start cutting corners.
On the real.
The wing spot that I go to, bro, it's the second best hot wing that I've ever had in my life, my boy.
Damn, bro, for a
I'm
black
dead
person
ass
to say
serious,
that,
bro. I'm fat because of a lot of fucking
shit.
hot wings, bro.
That's serious shit right
bro,
there,
I'm dead ass serious, bro. It don't matter. It don't matter if I just got done eating a Thanksgiving dinner. If somebody say they got wings from this joint, I'm ordering some shit, bro. I'm getting some shit.
Yeah, well, hold on. We definitely got to slide. Nah, that's high praise right there, big dog.
I know everybody that I've put on to the place. Literally, and don't get the lemon pepper wet.
Oh, that's nephew styles right there.
We go Craig. I go hot wings, that the lemon pepper steppers too.
Yeah, well, that's what the lemon the Buffalo tossed in lemon pepper season. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh my god, yeah, that too. But man, look, we talking about food and shit now.
Yeah, my bad. Because by the way, I'm letting everybody know right now. Shout out to Bobby and C-Dub. They don't know this either. When the Kentucky-Illinois basketball game was on today, I don't care if the Bears signed fucking Brett Favre. I'm not leaving my seat when I watch that game. Those are both my teams.
What time that game took off?
We got about 2.5 hours. So I'm on duty for another 2. I don't care if the Chicago Bulls bring back Michael Jordan. I'm not leaving my seat.
That motherfucker, I'm coming back. For real. But man, before we get up out of here, man, appreciate all y'all in the chat for constantly supporting the Chi-Town Sports Central family. We got this shit on lock and we coming. White Sox, Cubs, NFL, NBA, Chicago. We even got the Blackhawks, and man, it's going down. And y'all been tremendous with y'all support. Keep on hitting that like button and subscribing, cuz it ain't no other spot like right over here. Hell, y'all talking about.
Yeah, and make sure y'all go over to Chicago Cubs Central, Chicago White Sox Central. They're separate channels this season. Last year they were doing it all for one. Separate host too. Mike has been killing it on Cubs Central, and I hate to say that because I hate the Cubs, but he's been killing it on the Cubs. And I'll tell you this. It bothers me personally. I take it personal, the fact that we got a Cubs channel that's bigger than the White Sox channel on my network. So we got to fix that. All right. So I need everybody to go to Chicago White Sox Central. I don't care if you're not a Sox fan. No, I'm just playing. Mike's great work, man. Mike even got me watching Cubs games, bro. I can't even lie, bro. I've watched more Cubs games in spring training than Sox games. It's dark. It's dark days around here, bro. That's all I can say.
Crazy
if y'all ever see me in Cubs merch, just know hell is about to freeze over. It's done. It's done.
Me too. Just know it.
Bro, like I cannot. But go to White Sox Central as well. I've been helping Kev over there some also. So y'all make sure y'all go and support over there. Y'all support Bobby and Steve-O as well with NFL Central. There's now also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. They're killing it over there as well, man. We're going into this year. 2025 is hopefully the year all these motherfuckers can quit their jobs.
Hey,
ooh,
that's all I'm saying. Except C-Dub, because you know he got like 15 jobs. He's low. Love y'all, man. Make sure y'all following us at Chi Bears Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. ChicagoBearsCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and or voicemail for the mailbag, 773-242-9336 with your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. Chi-Town up. Bear down. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. We got super chats.
Oh, we do. We
got one super chat. Crimson says, when the fuck we getting CBC memberships? Go Bears.
Oh yeah, we got to set that up. We got to set that up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll
we
get
gotta
it before the
set that up.
season. We got to talk about how we're gonna do it, but you'll get it
Yeah.
before the season
For
for
sure.
sure.
Mhm.
But we out, y'all. Peace.